everybody, I am here to show you how you can make your own vegan herbal gummies. And what you are going to need to make vegan herbal gummies is agar. Agar is a seaweed from Japan. We're going to be using it in its powdered form. It makes a great substitute for gelatin in any of your recipes that use gelatin. It has a different consistency. It's not as melty. It's a little more crumbly, but it works great when you need that gel consistency in your recipes. Other ingredients that we're going to be using coconut milk, and we're going to be using prepared tea. This tea is a blend that I made specifically for kids with belly problems, with belly aches. It's 1 part chamomile, 1 part catnip, and half a part of peppermint. And you could use whatever tea blend that you would like for whatever purpose. So if you wanted to use, make a vitamin C gummy, you could use some hibiscus. If you wanted to do a little immune boost gummy, you could use elderberry, blueberry. So whatever is delicious, whatever works for you. You can go buy some prepared tea from the store, whatever you want to do. Go ahead and do it. For a sweetener, which is optional, I have maple syrup. So you could totally omit this if you're doing low carb. You don't need to add a sweetener. The coconut milk, the fat, provides enough flavor. Or if you want to do low fat, you could totally omit the coconut milk and replace the liquid with tea. So it could just be sweetener with tea and agar, or it could just be coconut with tea and agar. So whatever your dietary preferences are, you can suit this recipe to suit you, whatever you need. All right, so let's get started with the making. I'm going to use a half a cup of coconut milk. Let me add that. It's a little lumpy because of the fat. All right. So that's the coconut milk. We're going to mix the coconut milk and the agar together to dissolve the agar. Because it just dissolves without lumps much better at a room temperature or a cold liquid. And it doesn't take much to dissolve. It's already dissolved in there. So let's start the heat, and then we'll add the rest of our ingredients. All right, so I'm going to be using a half a cup of the prepared tea. There's that. And I'm going to use a teaspoon of maple syrup. If you want it a little sweeter, you could add a tablespoon. I just want it a little sweet. So we'll just mix this up, and we'll have it simmer for 5 minutes. So once it gets a boil, we'll turn the heat down, put a cover on it. We'll stir it occasionally, but we'll set the timer for 5 minutes, and we'll be back then. All right, we're back. Our timer just went off, so it's time to take our mixture off of the heat and pour it into the molds. And as far as the molds are concerned, you don't need a fancy mold. You could use an empty takeout container. You could use a Pyrex dish. You could use whatever you have and cut your gummies into squares, or you could even use like cookie cutters to cut your gummies to make it fun, if you want to make it fun. And you don't need anything to release the gummies from the mold. They come out very easy once they're solidified. So yeah, whatever you use, it'll come right out. At least that's been my experience. All right, so these are all set to go into the fridge. They'll be solid within 20 minutes, but I have some right here to show you that I prepared earlier. They're nice and gummy and rubbery, just like you'd expect from a gummy, and they're delicious, and they're full of all that good stuff. So that's how you can make your own vegan herbal gummies at home. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you get to try it out, make it, play around with different recipes, and if you'd like to share with me anything that you've played around with, I would love to hear it. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye.